Today brings us to another guide in the series of build guides. Today's build will be called the Come On Baby Light My Fire Wildfire Staff build, and it should be a pretty interesting run. We've been testing this out offline for a little bit now, and we've really been enjoying the gameplay. You're wondering, why would you use a fire staff in the mists? Prior to this particular patch that we just received, I would have said I probably wouldn't, because it absolutely has zero mobility. You would be pretty much relying on your superior damage to hopefully scare people off so that you can then escape. But something amazing happened this last patch where all fire staffs now gained mobility in the form of this skill. Flame Blast was around prior to the patch, but what wasn't around was the piece at the bottom. The last sentence says, if the main target is yourself or an ally, increase their move speed by 60% for 1.6 seconds. Let's move our eyes down further. The cooldown here is only 10 seconds. What's the cooldown on my boots? 26 seconds. So pretty much, I am almost able to get 3 of these for every one of my boots. So 3 times 1.6 is almost as long as the run that we have on our boots. And so it is actually insane how quick this is, and as a result we've been getting a lot of kills with it. So you'll be seeing some of those kills later on in the video. But this is the main reason why this Flame Blast ability has now made the Fire Staff one of the best mobile mage weapons in the game. It could rival the Frost Staff in speed, it could rival the Arcane Staff in movement. It's actually very good. Now there is a caveat, you must target yourself. You can't just cast this on an enemy and expect to get the movement speed buff. So this has to be casted on yourself while in the mists in order to get the move speed. And for those of you who do not know how to target yourself, you can change it in your keybinds, I believe, but the default key for it is the Alt key. So you would basically, this is the W slot, right? Whenever you wanted to cast it, you would hold down Alt and then press W, and that'll cast it on you, and then you'll be zooming 60% for 1.6 seconds. So very important. You're gonna have to get used to that. A lot of you who are using fire staffs but never cast anything on yourselves, it'll be something to get used to, but once you do, you'll be running around the battlefield like nobody else. Now, there's multiple ways you can decide what your Q skill could be. If you're doing some PvE, the best one would be Burning Field. However, I would not choose this as your default, because if you get caught with this skill, it's not the greatest in terms of fighting people. It might be okay against melee if they can just get burned inside of it, but probably not. You really either want to be on this one, the Firebolt, which is basically a point and click damage dealing ability, or you'd want to go the more mobile Searing Flame. This is what I prefer. I default by going Searing Flame. And the reason I like this one is that the range is significant. 18 meter range. We can use our movement speed on our Flame Blast W and then keep kiting them out. As you see, I'm a very huge proponent of kiting gameplay, and I try to find it in whatever weapon I can play. So this is why we're using this. It allows us to hit long range before they can hit us. And then of course the Magma Sphere. Now this is a pretty difficult ability to land on people, especially in open world when people are running around pretty quickly. However, against melee it's much easier because they're right in front of you, so you should be able to just land this massive damage on top of them. Or if you're being chased and you have south side advantage, meaning you're on the south and you're running south and your opponent is north above you, sometimes they don't see it coming and you can actually line yourself up to their name tag and then roll the freaking bowling ball towards them because they can't see you before you see them. So we've done this a couple of times, so it is possible to hit somebody kind of from longer range, but you have to have south side advantage or be lucky, or both, honestly. Melee, this shouldn't be that big of a problem. Range, it's going to be a problem to hit them with this. Because we are using leather as a chest piece, we are going with energetic. We believe that we're going to have mana problems here, and in addition to that, we're also going with efficiency passive on the cloth helmet. The skill on the cloth helmet will be force field, which I like to call the bop, and this is always good for a build that is meant to be kiting. It knocks people back, it could interrupt certain abilities such as the bear paw E and the battle bracer E. You can literally time it where as they're going in on you, you just hit this and it totally negates them. Knocks them back, they deal no damage. So there's a lot of utility in this, so I always default. I wanted to also think to myself, I said, what other other helmet can I use here? I thought Ice Block could go well with this build because it allows us to have some additional time to get our cooldowns back, and then hence hopefully have some more mobility. So if we're in trouble and we're fighting like a ranged person, this is when I would use the Ice Block, potentially just using it to just get my cooldowns back. We're using an Assassin Jacket similarly to how a Warbow would use an Assassin Jacket. They would use it for the ambush ability, which allows us to go invisible, and it also increases our next ability's damage. So it has a couple of utility here. Mainly we'll use this defensively to reposition. And because again, we are so surprised with how little of a cooldown this Flame Blast has at 9.79, we've decided to go even further all in on the cooldown rate passive. So this jacket is also on cooldown reduction. Normally I have it on Balanced Mind, but for this particular build, we want our skills back immediately so we can keep just zooming around the map. So we're going to put that there. Leather boots, same thing. We want the cooldowns there. And in addition, we're using Refreshing Sprint, which increases the move speed and cooldown rate by 33%. So with all of our cooldown passives, the cooldown on the boots and the Mist Collar, which gives me additional cooldown, we are going to have massive amounts of cooldown. As of right now, it's 18%, but I still have food that also provides me with cooldown and energy cost reduction. And so this will be another portion of, zooming that can come. And then last but not least, we always have a healing potion. I know that these 0.1s are hefty in price, so you don't have to buy it. Just buy a T6 if you want to. But for the purposes of this build, I bought a little bit higher food and potions just to give it a shot in case I fight against higher tier individuals. That's essentially it. Now, the one thing that actually makes this all come together as well is the Breslin cape. This got buffed recently where not only does it apply a decent sized shield, but now it grants you immunity to purges while the shield is active. So the thought process is, I'm playing a kiting playstyle. Whenever I cast my bop to build distance, I'm gaining this shield, which grants me immunity to purges, and maybe then I would either want to cast my sprint. Because if my opponent has a Fiend Cowl or a way to purge me, then we want to wait to proc this before we sprint so that we are guaranteed our movement. It won't work out that way every time, but in a perfect world, you would cast your helmet ability. Your helmet ability would trigger the cape to go off, and then you would sprint. That's the ideal situation to not get caught in a bad situation. As always, when entering the mists, make sure that you eat your food, because that is one of the most critical pieces of information over here. But first, a word from our sponsor. Are you wondering where to go if you like mist content? Are you wondering what city Mavros Boa is in right now? Well, look no further. This is the city of Breslin. Get 50,000 standing by doing mists. Find the Breslin portal, and you could be here as well. Once you enter Breslin, you could transport anything you'd like through the fast travel system. You may also decide to look at the brand new Breslin standing vendor. You will buy all wonderful things that you will enjoy for many, many, many times to come. Make sure you sell at the marketplace so the marketplace becomes more saturated. And of course, mist responsibly. Thank you very much for that sponsored segment there. And let's get back into the mist, shall we? Now, as you're roaming the mists, you may decide to do some fame farming, as I always choose to do. From a PvE perspective, your PvP skills, as we see on the side here, are not the greatest for PvE. It would be much better to use the burning field on the Q. It would probably be much better to use a different W. However, if you just play it smart, don't take on more than you could chew, it certainly can be fine. As you can see here, we're taking these mobs on because we know exactly what they're doing. So rule number one, if you're going to be PvEing in your PvP skills, just be very careful, take the PvE seriously, don't take on too much because you'll find yourself very low on health. Another thing to understand is this: when you're doing PvE, I recommend not using your W. And the reason is because that's a mobility item, right? Similar to other builds that give you mobility on a certain skill, you don't necessarily want to use it if you're in a PvP enabled area, because if you are jumped, you want every opportunity to get away and use that to your advantage and start fighting back. So I would not use your W here at all. Just auto attack and use your E and you'll be fine. Now, the reason why you use your E and you'll be fine, like not worried about holding on to it, again, it's kind of hard to hit and you're not going to use it likely like right away anyways. So I tend to not mind using that for PvE, but definitely hold on to your Flame Blast because the 60% movement speed is critical. Okay, we see someone. I used it ineffectively. She might run away here. Uh-oh. Who's this? Oh shit, there's a lot of people here. All right, this is gonna get messy, but we're committing. I'm just gonna get away from this. You see how quickly we're moving? I'm just gonna do it again. Like here's refreshing sprint. We're up again. Look at that movement speed. You know what I'm saying? It's the Flame Blast really is a wonderful addition to the Fire Staff line. It's crazy. People will probably replay the game even if they played it on console. You, sir, are not someone that you should be hanging out with. You shouldn't hang out with yourself, is what I'm trying to say. Uh-oh. Little fucker hurts. Ooh, he almost got me there, too. Still coming from me. Oh, he is. Oh, fuck. Oh, that hurts. Do you see why the fire is amazing now? Like, that's amazing movement speed. It's so good. And then when you go, like, full cooldown like we are, even cooldown on the passives here, it's just like Speedy Gonzalez. So when I'm in a outpost like this, I'm always keeping my mount near me because it's pretty easy to get jumped in here. Very rarely would I want to be walking with this build. You know what? We could try it. I haven't really tried it yet. But generally speaking, we're a mage. We don't necessarily want to be walking in the center here where there's probably going to be some sort of melee combatant. And with the prevalence of the double-bladed staff, we probably want to play a little bit safer rather than being aggressive in that regard. So think to yourself, you know, if you want to be more aggressive or not. But generally speaking, I would keep your mount next to you at all times and let the action come to you. If I play this right, I could fight this and not have to worry about getting killed. I can just avoid all the damage. That's what we're trying to do here. That was a little bit awkward. What is with this chaoticness, dude? I want to fight, but like, it's just too many rats there. So a lot of people ask me like, when should I go deposit? That honestly is up to you on how wealthy you are and how much you think is worth it for you. Generally speaking, if I get close to 500,000, even if my packs has a lot more room, I start considering, you know, heading back and banking, just because 500 grand is probably worth more or takes a good chunk of your set cost. This is basically 1/3 of my set cost currently. So if you can secure the loot, you know, then you've had a successful outing. If you haven't, then, you know, that's the name of the game. You either come back or you die trying. You either get rich or you die trying. That's the name of the game here. This guy's gonna start attacking me, I bet. Oh, he ran. Let me be here. Let me just do this. I take it, bro. I take it. I'm gonna run away from this situation. Nice. So see, sometimes... Trash? Excuse me? We had an opportunity. I had to take advantage sometimes. You gotta take advantage of the rat situations. Still, even though it was a kind of a stressful situation, the fact that our W has the speed that it has is just, like, incredible to me. Well, this actually could be kind of nasty. Poor guy. He wasn't ready for it. Okay, so what happened there? We clearly caught him off guard. He was running away from something else, used his sprint, so he was in a bad spot. We were able to capitalize, just kind of attack him. He tried to attack back, but at the end of the day, we did use Bop effectively against him because even though he was ranged, he was right on top of us, or we were right on top of him. So the fact that he was using artillery allowed us to actually get value out of the Bop, the force field helmet. But overall, that was more so someone who didn't really want to fight that. He didn't want to fight. But, you know, we take those victories regardless. I mean, it was a fair fight. He just didn't fight back. He did, but not well enough. Back, you little shit. You're really not gonna fight this? You're winning. That hurts. Hurts a lot. Don't know where he that's Susan. Oh, he fucking got me with it. Thank the Lord. Get me out of there. Yes! Oh, fucker. What up now? What up now, baby? What up now? You fucking bowling balled. Give me that. Was a good fight. Yeah, it was enjoyable, right? Like we both had the same level of gear. There was no real other thing to say except oh no. He said no, please. Dude, I'm gonna kill you. I'm sorry. You have a chance to fight me now, bro. Oh, there we go. Damn. Yo, this fire is just fucking decimating people, bro. This is just fucking full-blown decimation nation up in here. Another equal fight in terms of, like, his IP versus mine, I think. Like, let's just look. That's fucking great. Yo, what up, baby? Yo, what up, baby? Wanna fight this? Here we go. What the fuck? My bop didn't work, dude. My fucking bop did not work. I was pressing the wrong key. He's in trouble here. Whew! Okay, damn. My bop didn't work, but we still made it. Holy shit. Let's diagnose that fight. I made a huge mistake where I was trying to press my bop and it wasn't working. I messed it up. I fat-fingered it, but we still won. Now, what happened there? He allowed us to get a couple of hits early without any of his damage coming through. We used our speed really well to dodge his E, actually. The first E he threw, we kind of used the speed and, like, moved out of the way. There was a couple of times where he was doing his 3-hit swing on his Q where we did not get rooted, so we were good at trying to avoid that as well. And then at the end of the day, we landed 2 meatballs right on top of him, and that was the end of that gentleman. It shouldn't have been that close because I did not bop when I needed to. However, it was still a victory. But the speed, we can easily keep up with a battle axe. Like, seriously, our mobility is just as good, if not better, than a battle axe is right now. Well, please make your fire staff clear cut and miscolor 101 spec. I could, but then, you know, it would ruin my 5-head strategy. You want to know what the 5-head strategy is, plug here? As you can see, there's nothing excellent on this, right? They see this, they're like, wow, this guy's a fucking noob. He just, like, doesn't upgrade shit. Like, he could easily buy that same thing for the same damn price, you know? This guy's a big time noob. And then like, oh look, he doesn't even have, you know, 101 spec in anything over here. Well, he has some, I guess. And so, you know what? It's all part of the 5-head strategy for people to underestimate me, okay? It's underestimation nation up in here. That's the strategy that I just made up to justify what I'm doing. Guide us, Father Boa. Hear ye, hear ye. Father Boa shall enter the building shortly. Please take your seats at the pews. Hello, I am Father Boa. How are you doing today? Today we are going to learn how to play fire staff in the solo mists. In 3 easy steps, you can learn how to do this too if you join the Church of the Wildfire Staff for the low price of $5.99.99 per month. Please take out your credit cards and the basket will come around shortly. All right, what's this? Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Jimmy John's. What is he using? Bramble? Oh no, he's using protection in nature. Interesting. Cool. I have no mana, but I don't know, maybe it won't matter. I start auto-attacking him or else I'm in trouble. Dude, I have 0 fucking mana. Uh-oh. Oh, he has no mana as well. And it would suck if he okay. Ouch. Alright, there's rats. Later. Jesus, fuck. Ah, my mana. What can I do to help with my mana? I mean, the way that it would help with my mana is basically not use a Mistcaller. Because it's the cooldown, or, hold on. Alright, let's do this. Even though it's a small change, it actually might make a big difference. Yes, I'm not going to have my cooldowns up as much. Because in a fight that long, we do have mana problems. That's clear. I think our solution is, let's go to Balanced Mind instead of the Quick Thinker, and see if this makes the difference that makes all the difference. We definitely could have beat that, right? If he was using Brambles, we probably would have won that fight. But that Protection of Nature kind of kept him alive a lot longer than I think anyone was hoping. That guy would probably fight me if I get hit too hard here, so let's just be careful. We're just gonna do this. It'll be fine. Oh, nope, not anymore. Even in situations where you have to run, right? Like, you see how quick we were with that? Just sprint and W and you're out. It's really like, you can even just play this as a completely safe build. A mobile fire staff build where you don't necessarily look for fights, but if you get them, you'll find them. And you'll be able to either chase them down or run away. I'm not gonna, like, let you kite me here, bro. I missed. Fuck. Oh, that saved his ass. Fuck. Yeah, it's fast, bro. It's fast. We played that pretty poorly, but this thing is fast. We did well. Oh, fuck, rat. Oh, he wants to fight it again. Alright, well, let's try it again, I guess. Oops, I fucked up. He fucked up there too. He's dead. Yeah, see you later. Wait, no! Oh, what the fuck? I'm an idiot. Oh, you know what? I fucking left the gas off the pedal at the last minute. Well, that guy fucking dominated me considering he had much less gear than me. Good job. This guy's actually good. What do we got here? Oh my. Fight me, dude. I don't understand why these guys want to fight me. We're kind of evenly matched, no? Ooh, okay, he was waiting. Oh, did I hit him? I think I hit him. No way. Unfortunate. See if we can find another little rascal around here. Ah, you little shit. Oh, that was not good on your part, homie. You going down. You better watch it, dude. Guy thinks he's gonna get away. Actually, he does have iron will. He's done. Got him. Yeah, we were able to chase down a dual sword with Iron Will. You know, think about that for a minute, because I'm pretty sure he was using Iron Will. It wasn't a great kill because he didn't have much. We would have never been able to catch up with that guy if we didn't have this new W, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. His mistake is this, and this is a good lesson for all of you guys who might be new to the mists. You got to pay attention to what the debuffs are in here. You have negative 30% healing cast, but as you saw with the Blight Staff video, you can still do well with Nature Staffs. But you also have Mount Health limited to 900, and then Mount Armor and Magic Resist limited to 120. So huge decrease from open world tankiness for these type of mounts, especially Oxes. So just because you got an Ox in the Mist, don't think it's anywhere near as tanky as the open world, or else you'll get killed just like that guy did. He's got a long way to go, though. I think I can catch him. He's just going to heal up, which is the unfortunate piece of this, though. Bro, just turn around. Fight me. Okay. Can zone out now because of that. You see how fast this fucking staff is, though? This is a perfect example of why I love this son of a bitch thing. It's actually busted. No, you we were kind of able to keep up with the fire staff there, or a battle axe there. Dang. So, in conclusion, this has been the Wildfire Staff build guide. The biggest reason I've tried this weapon is because of the new Flame Blast. The movement speed is significant, and in fact, it's made this staff one of my favorite staffs to use, if not one of my favorite weapons to use because of its mobility. There is a chance that this could be nerfed in the future, so I'll put that in there. If this gets nerfed too hard, I likely will be not interested in fire staffs anymore, but at its current level, this particular ability makes it feasible to have a mobile fire staff, and that's a dream come true. So hopefully you enjoy this build, and I wish you all the best of luck in the mists. Hi guys, Blackboa here. Thanks so much for watching my latest video. If you like what you saw, please hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. I truly appreciate it. Thanks bros, and I'll see you next time.